Agent 22 is at it again. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So I see that you saw it on the thumbnail, right? And I'll post it right here. Adam 22, Adam 16, Agent 22, whatever we want to call him, right? He sent out a message, a post, I don't know what the hell you call that little thing. And he's calling Lucky from Hoodstocks names. How a square from Delaware can call anybody a lame who has a name in his neighborhood and has established himself on the streets as well as behind prison walls here in California, how a fucking dork square from Delaware can talk like that further solidifies my belief. Now, these are just things that I've, come up with, and, there's no facts behind it, but I really believe that Agent 22 is involved in a program to infiltrate all gangs in California and anywhere else he can. We saw his push for a while to get Chicago dudes on the platform. We also saw one of the Chicago cats straight call Adam out. And what did Adam say? I'm not a Neanderthal. I don't just run around fighting people. And yet he turns around and says that Lucky is ducking fades. Maybe he ain't a Neanderthal. You ever thought about that? This is a guy that, again, establishes name and reputation in his neighborhood and then did so behind the walls. And now is making legitimate money, legal money, providing for his family. And you want to try to bait him into going back to prison. I've seen where certain street dudes have gone on No Jumper and then allowed this dude to go into their hoods and film it. A lot of times when people go into hoods, the cameras catch things that only dudes from those hoods should know. And for a street dude, when that happens, you have two serious breaches. One is your enemies, your enemigos, who may not know certain spots in there and what you guys do in certain spots, now they know. More importantly, so do the feds, so do the cops. I can't stress it enough that when you look at all the information that has come out on the RICO against Big U and his co-defendants, No Jumper was prominently named as a source. Did they cooperate? I don't know. I can't say that. But I can say, once again, Adam is extremely comfortable. For someone who never lived that type of life, for someone who was a guest in this state and in that city, to feel that comfortable bad-mouthing dudes with proven track records, I'm telling you guys, man, I already know. Look at Lucky doesn't need no advice from me. But for everybody out there, look at. It's one of those situations where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You do anything to this guy, you basically sold the farm. You're done. He will, if he survives anything And hopefully nothing happens to him. Let's make that clear. But if something were to happen to him, believe he would take the stand. Not only will he point you out, he'll make up other people and get them caught up too. Fuck it. People keep letting him into their hoods. He knows people's names. They're involved too then. Fuck it. He's mad now. And they will be convicted and sent off. But see, when it comes to the raza, you always hear the disdain in Rozo, right? Why? Because they're not letting them into the barrios. He's tried to invite northern raza. They've gone, checked it out. I think they realize they got nothing out of being on that platform. So you don't really see them coming back. There's only and I'm not going to say their names, but there's only 3 raza from Southern California that anytime this dummy calls, they come running. It's a bad look. But hey, to each their own. Lucky has made it clear. Hoodstocks has made it clear. You participate with that platform and that individual, he's going to try to ruin you. And, you know, with the selective politicking that goes on, man, it's a trip. You know, this dude has admitted, I mean, they call him the 16 for a reason. Self-admission. What he said is, he said it's legal in Canada. You guys could all just Google his old tweets, things he said about certain foul stuff. And he likes to write it off as he was just joking. Yeah, that ain't, there are certain topics where that ain't joking, homie. Like you thought that through before you said that. But once again, Adam has figured out a way to try to poke the raza. Because once again, I'm going to bring it up every time. And me and this dude don't like each other at all. But what's real is real. American Cholo pulled up. All of a sudden, Adam had a real important poker tournament. Right? And then next thing you know, he relocated his whole building. His whole company had to move. Because American Cholo went over there. Not with 50 dudes, not with 100 dudes, but he went with some people to talk. And Adam got scared to talk. And yet he's talking about Lucky ducking. Look, that's a dead issue. But if you go back and look at it, Lucky said, why would I get in the ring when we could get it in the streets? Thankfully, nothing happened. That would have been horrible for both communities if something would have happened. Cooler heads prevailed. Is it surprising that Agent 22 is trying to stir that pot again? Oh, hell no. Come on now. Nobody in the black and brown community need to be getting into it with each other. Nobody in the brown community need to be getting into it with each other. Nobody in the black community need to be getting into it with each other over anything that comes out of that platform. Preach! That platform is evil. I just, and that's just my opinion. I don't see anything positive ever coming out of that. So, I just wanted to put in my 2 cents. I think what Adam doesn't realize is a lot of raza are going to rally around Hoodstocks. And I think people from other communities will too. Because No Jumper has become a clown show. You have, what has it been for a year or two? No Jumper employees beefing online with each other, disrespecting each other, but they never run into each other in the building. Okay, it's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here. Everybody be safe, too. Don't bite. I'm gone.